Welcome back to the Moon Stamp Cast. I'm Brian, and I'm joined as always by my co-host and co-creator of Moon Stamp Sports, Jordan. How are you doing today, buddy?
Bro, it has been a good week of sports. We're at the All-Star break. Astros are doing well. Soccer is done. We're kind of coming closer to football season. It's been a good time. We're midsummer as well. So, yeah, it's been good.
Olympics are fast approaching as well. We were going to start this podcast by clowning on the national anthem, but turns out she released, I think her name is Ingrid Address, released a statement on her Instagram saying that she was under the influence. I think she was drinking. I didn't read the whole thing. I read a quick Sports Center,
the Moon Stamp difference,
and that she was checking herself into rehab to get the help she needs. So we're not going to, in fact, clown on that, but we hope that Ingrid gets the help that she needs. So instead, Jordan, what the hell was that about Copa America, and what was all that chaos?
Yeah, so, okay, I'm writing a blog about this right now because I saw a dirty Brit talk, actually a dirty English men talk about this. I give Northern Ireland and Scottish some, leeway. Not the Welsh. The Welsh are too fucking close.
Okay.
So how it worked. So in 2016, the U.S. ran the tournament. It was the Copa America Centenario, the 100th anniversary. We ran it, went fine, went perfectly. We made a lot of money. We made more money than CONMEBOL, which is the South American governing body of soccer, thought we would. And so this time they came back on short notice because Ecuador was supposed to host it and then just couldn't. They came back and said, hey, okay, we're going to pay you for the rights to host in America, but we're going to run it. So we're going to, choose security, choose how the field. We saw the MetLife Stadium. Like, MetLife already sucks as a stadium, but it didn't help that they clearly didn't try to run the grass at all or make it somewhat playable. Also, every pitch had to be the same size, so it was a big screw job. For the final, I think what I read is that the CONMEBOL went and said, we're good with the stadium security. The stadium security that's there, we're good. We don't need anything else. Which for every Hard Rock, I think they bring in outside security. And then the day before, CONMEBOL was like, hey, actually, we need more security. So fix that, please. It was just a shit show from the beginning. Badly run tournament. It doesn't say anything about U.S. soccer in terms of running things. Because you and I watch enough sports in the U.S. We've gone to enough sporting events. Usually things go pretty fine. I mean, there's one drunk guy in the audience who tries to fight another guy. In Philly, they throw snowballs at Santa. But there's no mass anything like this. Reliant just hosts the Final Four. No issue whatsoever. So it was just poor planning, poor everything from CONMEBOL. It was cool to see the players fight in the stands. I think we should be able to, every player should be able to fight one fan every once in a while. I think Ron Artest got the short end of the stick. Rest in peace, Meta World Peace.
Palace, baby.
But yeah, so that's what happened. It wasn't really America's fault. So it's no indication on what's going to happen in 2026. Yeah, hell yeah. America.
Let's
go,
us.
baby.
For once. It wasn't us, baby.
And it's our month too. Hell yeah. So another win for America. We need more of those, especially in soccer.
Yeah, well, we've still the search continues for the coach, right?
Yeah, so the thing that's happening is the thing that happens every time where journalists go hey, this really cool coach, we might hire him. Oh, we might hire this guy. And then what we find out is actually they had a guy in mind the entire time who was a mid-American coach, but he was American, so they hired him instead. So that's what's going to happen.
Klopp is officially out.
Klopp said no the day of. They they reached out to him, and then I think maybe 4 hours later, we got confirmation no, he does not want. He's in Spain. He has his veneers. He's got a smoking hot wife. He's just doing his thing. So he's living. He's like the anti-Tom Brady. He didn't get divorced. He left and just living his best life. He doesn't get roasted on TV by Tony Hinchcliffe.
Does he kiss his son on the lips?
He comes close. He comes close to kissing his players, which I think is even better than kissing your son. But yeah, no, I've never seen him kiss. Does he have a son? I don't know. He may. I don't know if he's kissed him on the field yet. So But that's my soccer update for the podcast.
Hey, we're 2 for 2 for starting out with soccer, so.
I know. Sorry to everyone who listened to this podcast. It's like, I don't want to hear about that. I mean, we live in Texas. So
no, it keeps me informed, man.
Well, we live in Texas, so like half of the people here think it's a commie plot to overthrow America, the sport in general. So, who knows? Yeah, I know.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, like, you never talk to like anyone who's above the age of 40 and you're like, yeah, no, that soccer tournament was really cool. And they're like, brother, that's what the Russians want you to think. And next thing you know, they're like, yeah, this is a Putin infiltration, brother. Raise hell, praise Dale. We watch NASCAR, we watch football, and we watch high school football.
Inviting Central America and South American countries to play soccer in our country is how Putin is invading the United States government and infiltrating the country to turn us into communists.
I mean, I'm not the one saying it, all right? You got to ask the people at the Buc-ee's.
Russia's not even communist anymore.
Anyways,
we're no political talk. There was already a massive thing that happened this weekend that you and I talked about immediately. Like we can't do politics.
We're both too stupid to talk about politics in any respect.
Absolutely, man. I don't know anything besides go vote.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon go to the polls.
I won't say it. I think that's a really cool line. It was given so badly. Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon go to the polls. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
We need to stop talking about politics or, we're going to get flagged by somebody.
All right. Well, what about the Summer League? I think the Rockets have one. In Reed Sheppard, man. He looks really fucking good.
Yeah, no, okay, this is my thing. Everyone should have known Reed Sheppard was great coming into this. I love advanced stats, and I love a guy named Jamal Shed, who was the guard. He's on the Raptors now. I hope he's doing well. I haven't watched him this summer league. But Reed Sheppard has a lot of good qualities. He's a good combo guard. His one drawback is he's really small. He's like 6'1", 190. So last night I was watching him versus the Pistons. And once he's great on perimeter, but once he gets into the paint, he can't stop anybody. He'll just put his hands up and it's useless because there was a play I saw where I don't know who it was. Someone he was trying to guard some guy. And I was like, brother, he's 6 inches taller than you. That's a losing battle as it is. That's like me trying to stop me trying to go in and stop any NBA player. It's just a losing battle on my part. So I love him so far. He's a great shooter. He's a great perimeter defense guy. I think he has this in Kentucky history. He has the second most steals all time. And that's just from one season. So he has a high IQ. I think he's going to be killer. I don't know. I mean, I think once we get to the NBA, he may have issues because he's so small. But he's a good enough shooter as a guard and a good enough he's one of those guys who he seems to know where everyone is on the court at all times, which is killer for a guy if he's bringing the ball up, he's gotten a ton of assists. It helps Cam Whitmore's there, which I don't know why Cam Whitmore's there because he's averaging 13 points in the NBA. Don't know why he's there. So that's my take on Reed Sheppard.
I think Reed Sheppard by the end of the year will be our starting. I think our starting five should be Jalen Green, Reed Sheppard, Whitmore at the 3. We should put Sagoon at the 4, and then Steve Adams at a true center at the 5. Because I love Sagoon, but oh my gosh, he's a little bit undersized to be a 5. But him as a 4 would be beautiful.
I'm going to leave this one to talk to you because I know nothing about the NBA, but I know a ton about college basketball. So I can tell you all the college guys.
I'm basing this purely off of the friends I have at work in the back that update me on the NBA. I think I'm going to try my best to pay attention more to the NBA. It's just outside of the Astros, when our teams are bad, it's hard to pay attention. The Astros have had my heart since I was a child. Texans, to be honest, I didn't really get into football until I started playing football in 7th grade. So that's when I started paying attention to them. But their first several seasons, I didn't pay attention to at all. But Rockets, I think I'm going to make an effort this year. We got a really young core. A lot of people are talking about that we have one of the best young cores in the league, and that we might try and emulate essentially what OKC did, which that they still have a million picks, by the way. They can still go out and get whatever player they want, not named LeBron James, Giannis, Joker probably, Luka. Wouldn't trade for Tatum. Most of the Knicks want to stay together. I mean, that brings us to our next big point is team-friendly deals.
Yes. Okay, what are your thoughts on the Jalen Brunson contract?
Fuck it. He wants to play with his friends. He loves the New York atmosphere. I'm making generational money. My grandchildren's grandchildren will already be taken care of. Fuck it. I want to have fun and play with my friends and be one of the center points to a historic franchise. And when the Knicks are rocking, man, New York goes nuts.
I mean, that's probably the drawback of them being good. I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks more when they had more. We had Quentin Grimes on there because he's a UH player. But I mean, I think Anunoby, if they win an NBA championship, Anunoby should get a honorary Villanova degree at this point. That team is just Villanova 2.0.
It is.
They're just playing booty ball. I'm of two minds about the deal, and I don't, I'm a guy with a podcast. My thought process is twofold. There's like the one you said where it's like, this is super cool. I like the players are doing this. This is a good idea for players to do. There's also the second mind, which is, do you remember in 2010 when LeBron, Bosch, and Wade took less money to get it was Hansen or Holson or something to the Heat, and then they got super criticized for that. And I think the players, not the players organization, the players union got a little pissed at that too, which is why LeBron's taking $50 million from the Lakers this year because he's never going to do it again. I'm waiting to see what the end game for this is in the NBA as a general thing, because this players union is, I think, made it pretty clear that they'd prefer that people just take the deal that's on a good deal for themselves and not a advantageous team deal. That's why you have a guy like Tobias Harris making more than Christian McCaffrey, which good on all of them. There's also a difference between the NBA and the NFL. So I just want to see how it plays out. I think it's really cool for the Knicks, and I like the Knicks. I'd like them to. I don't know if I'd like them to win because that would make New York happy, but it'd be cool to see them win.
I don't mind the Knicks. The Knicks are like the Giants to me. I don't mind their success. It's like the Mets for me for baseball. I don't mind them. I always, in every sport, I have one team I hate in New York. Mets I don't care about. I don't like the Jets. I don't know why I don't like the Jets, but fuck the Jets.
Is it because RFK's running mate is on there?
I'm not a big Rodgers guy. I mean, I think he's one of the most talented, if not the most talented quarterback to ever play the game. But I think he is locker room cancer and a crybaby bitch at times.
I mean, he also can't stay healthy at this point in his career because he's 41. I don't know what he's doing I don't know what he's doing. But back to the Knicks. We don't want to go on too many tangents this time. Because I could talk about Rodgers for hours and his, South American. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick about not being able to stay healthy. Joe Burrow did an interview last week, and he said, he said he thinks people that forgot about him, and I'm very excited for this season. We already have our first running dialogue that we're going to have for the NFL season. It's the Joe Burrow minute. We're going to talk about his performance because I'm a stan, man. I love that man. I do not like LSU. I went to Alabama for a couple of years. I do not like LSU. Joe Burrow made me root for LSU because of how awesome he is.
Well, I mean, just have Ohio State claim him.
No, that doesn't count. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. He didn't play.
No,
he didn't play at Ohio State. He practiced at Ohio State. He did not play at Ohio State, so you don't get to claim him, Ohio State.
I mean, I don't think anyone. I mean, did anyone from Ohio State claim him? Is the question. I remember seeing something about that. Yeah, the fan. I mean, but anyone who puts the in front of their college name doesn't deserve rights. And I hate the Big Ten in general, especially when it comes to college basketball. That's a thread we can get into at some point. I think they're all egregious dickheads who overestimate their play every year. Nonetheless, I like Joe Burrow. I mean, remember he was living in his Star Wars bedroom after he got drafted.
I love it.
Cool dude. Plays. I like the way he plays. It's just I
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Like I
Stay
understand
healthy. Okay.
it's a hard game to play. It's a hard game to play. At the same time, LeBron. I mean, this is comparing two things, but like LeBron is the kind of like you look at Shohei Ohtani and LeBron. They're two guys who their whole entire life is based on them being healthy so they can play the game they love.
Mhm.
I'm not saying. I mean, again,
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. That's all I'm asking, Joe. I love you, Joe. I want you to do well. Say like he's like Josh Allen in my mind, like two good dudes. I'm like, hey, buddy, you go do it. You do it, my guy. Except Josh Allen can't, do it, get done the playoffs, and Joe Burrow can't stay healthy.
Before we get too far away from basketball, because we've gone hard right since talking about Reed Sheppard and Jalen Brunson's contract, Bronny. Yikes, dude.
He actually, well, I mean, he won today the COD tournament for the Summer League. I don't know if you saw that.
Phenomenal.
He has a real career at Twitch after this.
Yeah. Wait. No. Stay away, please. I don't need more competition, please.
Okay, he has a big career kick after this.
There we go. Kick or YouTube can have
YouTube. I mean, no, it's impossible to find YouTube streaming as it is. Dude, I feel so badly for Bronny as just a person. I wrote a blog about this like 2 months ago, talking about, hey, what is the end game for Bronny in the NBA? Because we all know the start. The start is basically LeBron. Again, I've come to like LeBron at this point. I think he's a good parent as well. Like him and Savannah have done a great job with their kids.
I don't know, giving your 6-year-olds wine.
Oh Lord! I mean, go to a Catholic church. I mean, that's gonna have bigger problems if you go to a Catholic church and wine.
Hey.
They'll give you. Hey. They'll give you. Actually, I've come to love Guinness recently, but
me too. And yes, it's biased.
I mean, yeah, it's great. It doesn't make my stomach hurt. The beer kind of makes my stomach hurt, like in the terms of like, I like nitro stuff. So that's beside the point. We'll get back to our beer later. Are you drinking beer right now, for the record?
I am having a St. Arnold's, yes.
Hell, what's St. Arnold?
Art Car.
Love Art Car. Hey, St. Arnold.
I am an IPA boy.
St. Arnold, if you're listening to this, I'm going to sponsor us. That'd be super cool.
We love this.
They are like 15 minutes from me. I'll go like show up and just yell at them.
We need to go to the brewery for lunch sometime.
It'd be a fun time. I would
love that.
Yeah,
it's a really good lunch. I've heard.
I think one of our friends knows someone who works there or works there. I won't say that person's name, but I'll tell you afterward.
Cool.
But okay, my question was, what is the end game for Bronny? Because so he had a weird college season because he died, which like that's a fair reason not to do well. Like he has a bad USC team. He was playing weirdly because he had died and was trying not to have his heart give out again on the court. And it's very clear what LeBron wanted was to play with his son. And so now you have the situation where he's on the team. He's clearly not good enough to be in the NBA in general. LeBron he has 2 years on his contract, maybe 3 to 4. Maybe he wants to get like Bryce in there as Bryce. Yeah. He wants to get Bryce in there as well. I think Bryce even said like, my dad is too old to play with me at this point. But I feel badly for the kid. He seems like a nice guy. He clearly loves video games. I've seen like clips of him. He's a good streamer. There's just no possible scenario this ends well for him outside of getting cut by like JJ. I mean, if JJ Redick's around, probably he'll have a place because he and LeBron love each other. But I don't see this ending well, and I feel badly for him because he's already getting like the Nepo criticism, and now he's getting like, "Hey, this guy doesn't belong here" criticism.
Yeah. Did you see Jalen Brown's comment?
Was it defending him?
No.
Okay.
He was on the side. He was on the. I don't know what he was talking to. Angel Reese and someone that I don't remember who it was. And he turned to them and he got caught mouthing, "Bronny's not a pro," or Bronny ain't going to be a pro, or something like that. And Angel Reese kind of covered her mouth a little bit, but she shook her head, and people think she said like no, like agreeing with Jalen Brown. And then he came out and had a tweet that was just like, "Oh, he's got plenty of room to develop. I'm just saying that right now, he's probably not at pro level." I'm like, no, you just got caught saying he's not going to be a pro, and you're backpedaling hard. And I don't blame him. LeBron's still in the league, and LeBron is the shadow commissioner. He runs that shit. Like, I think it goes deeper than people realize. We're not going to get into conspiracy. I think the NBA bends over backwards for LeBron James, and he gives him a little love tap every now and then.
I mean, LeBron Zedong? No.
Oh, Jesus.
No, a shout out to Angel Reese, by the way, having the media training to cover her mouth. That's probably Kim Mulkey instituted that because she might beat them if they don't say, what they want. Kim Mulkey scares me and I hate her. But that's beside the point. He just said everything that we're thinking. The problem was he also plays in the NBA. He's now like a colleague. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's so right. Like he doesn't have the shot. So here's the thing with Bronny. I watch enough Bronny highlights, which is like 3 minutes, because again, he didn't play a lot. He has a really high basketball IQ. Good for him.
Doesn't surprise me.
He plays defense well enough for his size. He can't shoot the ball, and if he's trying to play as a guard in the NBA without being able to shoot, playing some defense, he can maybe like be on the sidelines coaching well, but he can't be a player. And I feel for the kid because there's no way this ends well for him. As of like the SportsCenter low headline saying like Bronny James cut after 3 seasons or something like that. Because he's not going to go overseas. Like that'd be a huge failure in his part.
Did you see the highlight the NBA posted where it was like Bronny James beats the shot clock, and if you listen to the audio, it's like 7 minutes in the fourth, and then he hits the shot, and then the announcer is just like his first points of the night, and everyone was like, "Oh no, you did him no favors with that comment."
You know how they have like my brother showed me on YouTube. You know how they do like highlight videos of players, and it's like Reed Sheppard 23 points, Dalton Connect 25 points, Bronny and then 3 points. I was like,
Bronny 3 points, 0 for 4 from 3, 1 of 2 free throws, and like 1 of 6 from like just field goals in general. Whatever.
He's not a shooter. It's not his fault. He's coming from King. He just doesn't have the
sperm.
Did you see that jersey?
Yeah, that's so fucking, that's insane to me.
That's summer league they're in Vegas. Are they in Vegas? I don't know. They might be in Vegas. That feels a very Vegas thing to do, to have like drunk off your ass after 5 hours of casino, getting watered down rum and cokes. You're like, let me put on my little sperm jersey and go watch Bronny play.
You ready to combine 2 topics real quick? Politics and basketball.
Brian, please say it right. It's polymerization.
Polymerization.
That's our Yu-Gi-Oh joke.
So Yu-Gi-Oh joke is that our new goal? Make 1 Yu-Gi-Oh reference or joke in every single pocket. Done.
That's in our description for our podcast. I have, and also our Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I don't know shit. I watched through Battle City Tournament, and I watched about 2 seasons of GX, and that's about like Little Karibo. Shout out. He's already further than I made it in GX.
I somewhere have a little. You remember the Yu-Gi-Oh? Sorry, to get off the Yu-Gi-Oh topic real quickly. You mentioned Karibo. I've been trying to find. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Keep talking real quickly. Keep talking.
But anyways, what I wanted to bring up was, did you see where Patrick Beverly is playing next year?
Do we want to say? By the way, hold on. Here's Obelisk the Tormentor. And I have many others. I saw that. I wanted to make a lot of jokes about that, but I felt like all of them may get me in trouble. By multiple people from both sides, really.
I'm just going to say good contract for Patrick Beverly going over to Israel. Nice, dude.
Hey, buddy, you took your talents somewhere where maybe you can play okay.
I love Patrick Beverly. I do love him, but what a business decision. The whole world was your oyster, and you picked Israel.
You picked the one country that everyone's been like, "Ooh, we don't want to talk about that." You could have gone. You could have gone to Taiwan. You could have gone to China,
Greece, Australia.
Go play for the Shanghai Sharks, the Jimmer people, Wonton Don. You could play for them.
Shout out
that boy. He did one recently where he went back. It was great. But yeah, no, he went to the worst possible place for PR. People already hate Patrick Beverly as it is because he's just kind of a douchebag. And so he went to the one place in the world where you can make yourself more of a douchebag. So, I wish him well.
I love Pat Bev. I want it on the record. I love Pat Bev. His antics. That's why I have a soft spot for Dylan Brooks. Now I understand why most people hate him. I understand why most people hate both of them, but I don't know. I have a affinity for quote dogs that are on the Rockets that are just like get after people. I love it.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, part of sports is saying this guy rocks. And then the moment you see the same kind of player on another team, you're like, this guy's a huge Draymond Green.
Draymond Green on the Rockets, he might be my favorite player of all time. He's on the Warriors, and I despise that man.
I'd be like, that's not a choke. That's a strategic wrap around of the neck to make sure that we are, it's like a jiu-jitsu move. It's just to calm everyone down. It's not to hurt him. Punching Jordan Poole, that's self-defense. Did you see he kind of...
it worked the fuck out. They shipped his ass out and won a championship. You can't, I can't find fault in that. It worked out.
I hate Jordan Poole with a passion because he played for the Michigan team that beat the UH team and was it 2018, 2019. So whenever I saw him got punched, I was like, good for him. Yeah. Good for him. That seems like some retribution to me.
I will say that Draymond is a really good analyst. When he worked with inside the NBA, he fits in perfectly. And I was hoping inside the NBA goes for the next forever, and Draymond would eventually retire and join them as, well, to be honest, get Kenny the Jet Smith out of there.
Well, but, that's the Rocket, famous Rocket, Kenny the Jet Smith.
There's already a Rocket on the panel, though.
He's leaving next year. He also, to be fair, he talks shit about Galveston and San Antonio, which, to be fair, both of them.
It's fine.
Yeah, I understand.
It's fine. I love Galveston. I'm getting married there in a year. But when he was like, it's not the best beach, I was like,
he's lived here.
But it's ours, damn it.
I'll let him have it because he's lived here before. But if I don't know, someone from Michigan was like, "Oh, Galveston sucks," I'm like, "Shut your ass up."
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, we built the fucking seawall to stop the sea from coming to us. I say us as though I don't, as though I live in Galveston. I can say they can't. It's the Texan way. I can talk shit about my city and state.
It's like talking shit about a family member.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say raise hell, praise Dale, but that's more Alabama. I don't know. You all can go to hell. I'll go to Texas. Davy Crockett.
Go. Davy Crockett. Somewhere right now, my lovely fiance just cracked a big smile with the fact that we were able to quote Davy Crockett.
That's our birthright, realistically.
It is.
Okay, sorry, not to take this off sports. Did you ever learn the Texas song?
The Texas Pledge of Allegiance?
No, Texas Our Texas, the song.
No.
Okay, I've been trying to talk to people my age because I remember for a job, it's like, Texas, our Texas, all hail the mighty state. Texas, our Texas. So, yeah, I know. No one knows it except for me.
DMCA.
I think that's public domain, so we're good. I don't think the state song of Texas is under some Warner Music Group that doesn't have copyright on it. I think we're pretty good. Greg Abbott may. I don't know. He may sue us for that.
Yeah. He's too busy. Never mind.
Drop
it. Drop it.
We said no politics. We talked about politics way too much in this episode.
All-Star Game,
buddy. Oh, wow. We're going to have so much fun. Oh, my gosh.
Starting in an hour, and I do not give a single shit.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just, fun. I don't understand All-Star Games mid-season. I never have. I think the Pro Bowl, it's a nice little break for everyone involved. At least two they can rest. Verlander can, sit at home still and pretend he's old, or he is old. But I don't really understand.
Tucker could rest his bruise for a month and a half, and
I don't know. Yeah,
continue
Tucker,
to frustrate
listen,
me.
buddy. I know you're going to leave, but please try. Give us
one last run.
Remember? I don't know if you remember Ed Oliver, the UH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sat out the ball. He sat out at the end. It was like, I understand you're going to the league, but please,
come on,
please,
one last run. Yeah, please.
So yeah, come on, Tucker, just give me something, buddy, please. I beg of you. So whatever. But yeah, I don't really care about the All-Star Game. It doesn't matter any. It's not like there's no home field advantage at stake anymore.
I don't care about any All-Star Games. I don't care about the Pro Bowl. I like the Pro Bowl skill show more than I like the Pro Bowl itself. The NBA, I would like to say I like the skills and dunk contest, but the skills mean nothing to me, and the dunk contest has been bland for the past since Aaron Gordon and was it Zach LaVine went back and forth. I believe that's the combo.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last real good year, and then I mean, I don't. It's at the MLB All-Star Game, it's fine.
I mean, you see them like clearly they try even less now, and it doesn't make sense why they try, because why would you injure yourself in mid-season? So I mean, maybe the concept's cool. I mean, it's in Dallas this year. Right?
Sorry about that.
What?
I didn't know if you heard that burp. I apologize.
You don't. I mean, you could have just let that one go. I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, that's my third one of the thing, and I didn't know if it was getting picked up on the mic.
Well,
good to know it's not.
Well, now you've outed yourself, you idiot. So, everyone, if you're listening still, comment Brian burped.
You can physically see me do this every time.
Well, if you're watching, try to catch every time Brian burps. We're at 31 minutes. I don't know if we want to wrap it up quickly, because I know we went 49 minutes last time for our first one.
Yeah, we're gonna try and keep it a little bit tighter, but I guess we'll just I got a couple more topics if you want to go over them real quick.
Let's do some quick hits to end this.
Altuve kind of bullshitting, saying he's sitting out to rest his hand, even though he's been playing. I don't hate the move though. He's done it for the past, I think, 3 All-Star games that he's been in, that he's just said, I'm going to rest. See you guys later. He still gets the honors. He's still the starter. And he gave it. No, you know what? Spin zone on this. He's being nice to our neighbors up north. They're giving, here's a starter for the All-Star game. Marcus Semien can start at second base. I'm going to take my ass home and enjoy myself.
I mean, they need
Here you go, Arlington.
They need something to be happy about this season.
Yeah, God, the fall off of Garcia has been. Mwah.
Well, when your balls shrink so much from the steroids you're taking, it doesn't affect your play.
Fucking forehead.
He's got the Megamind head now. I saw Ken Rosenthal wrote something. By the way, Ken Rosenthal, don't like him. All he had to do in 2019 was do a little bit of research. Not just be like, the Astros are the only ones doing it. It's like, well, everyone's doing it, buddy. Like, I'm sorry you love the Yankees and, the Northeastern AL East and the NL West. But he wrote a column that was like, Altuve needs to go to these things. Like, you're 5'4".
No.
You're 5'4". I don't care about it. I mean, I can't hear your opinion from up here. I said that as a 5'9" person. But I just don't like him. I don't like him. I used to like him a lot, and then he did that stupid, and now he's writing columns like Altuve should be there. Who cares? It's an all-star game.
Just keep the same energy, man. That's all I'm going to ask. If you guys it's like John Boy whenever he posts like Astros highlights. It's like, dude, you fucking like tripled your following because of all your bullshit buzzer talk and just the going all in on the trash cans and stuff. I was really happy when John Boy released World Series shirts, I think it was, and we won in 2022. And Bregman quote tweeted that, being like, we only buy from media company I'm not going to name.
Hey, John,
just saying fuck you, John Boy. And I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Hey, John Boy, read my lips on this one. Your shit sucks.
It does.
It does.
And your analysis of baseball is bad, and you try and say you're not biased, but suck my ass, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they have Talking Yanks. It's like, just have that as your only podcast. We know what you like. So yeah,
nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You do have the New York market cornered.
Yeah,
take it and run with it.
I don't listen to many New York Yankees or podcast or Mets podcast.
Of course.
I mean, because I don't hate myself. If they put me in like prison, that'd be a good way to kill me. But I don't care to listen to that stuff. So I imagine he's the only one really doing that, because that's the only one I see. So good for him. Shut the fuck up about the Astros. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you grifter.
Last 2 things I wanted to bring up. One is next week. I've got a task for you, Jordan.
Oh, no.
And that is next week we are going to do a segment on the NFL because it's fast approaching. And we are going to independently, beforehand, I need you to make a list of every division winner.
Okay.
Who you think is going to win every division. And we're just going to say that real quick and then kind of quick quick discussion. As we get closer, we'll dive more into it. But I just want to see where your head's at overall in the NFL. And then the last topic. Do the Astros actually take this division? Because last week, we were very confident, or at least I was very confident about, hey, we're going to win this thing. This thing, like Seattle's ass, we're on the hot. We're gonna pass them by 5-10 games by the end of the season. Then this past week has happened. Seattle's still been ass, but our offense has just imploded. Our pitching has been phenomenal, but our offense just disappeared.
Okay, not to talk about politics again, but there's a tweet that I love, because it's so true every time. It's like, it goes, how would little Donnie Trump will wiggle his way out of this? And then it's like star Donald Trump wiggles his way out and goes, oh, well, nevertheless. That feels like the Astros every year. I have like an amount of confidence that they're going to win the division that probably, like, even back in June, I had this confidence that it's going to all work out, because it always does. It's like how, I don't know, my parents think about storms. It's like, you don't need to prepare. It's going to be fine.
Cool. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's what? It's a category 5. It's okay. I've been through more. And so I think they'll take the division. I know Seattle, whatever, Seattle's there. If our hitters are on, our pitching's on, if Tucker comes back and actually gets back to his old form, I was going to say the boys, but that sounds stupid. If the players stay well, they stay hitting, maybe we get Verlander back at some point, even though our pitching's fine without him. I think we take the division. I don't know how far we go in the playoffs, but again, it's one of the things where, like, every year we do well. So I'm just expecting it to happen. There's no analysis on this. There's no like good analysis. Like, well, actually, if you look at the WAR of these players, it's like, yeah, I just got a feeling.
I mean, we don't. Come on, man. We don't do in-depth, deep dives into stats here.
Call me Jordy. All
my hypothetical betting is based off the heart and eye test, man. And what's fun. I'm
like the guy in Moneyball who's like, he has an ugly girlfriend, so he won't play well. Which, by the way, for Paul Skeen's case, very true. He has a hot girlfriend who plays really well.
Okay, so real last topic. How try hard do you think he goes? Because he's starting the All-Star game.
So he started as a rookie, which like makes me think he's going to
nuts.
It's nuts because he's so good. It also helps. Did you see that video of? I think I put it somewhere. When I write something, I don't know. Oh no, I wrote. It's in a blog I put recently about Indian pulling pitchers so early after he got taken out. It's a video of him, like his warm up, where he's throwing footballs, doing all this crazy stuff, trying to get prepared. And you have Bartolo Colon just doing this like over and over again, and it's like his career won't be as long as Bartolo's. I don't know how. I hope he doesn't try hard. I hope he throws like 94-mile-per-hour fastballs the entire time. Maybe a changeup here and there. Because who cares? I'd rather him go back to the Pirates and just keep killing it.
I think it would be a big waste if he comes out trying to show off. I think he should save his stuff for when it's a real game. B, I think it's a bad look if you come out trying to be a rookie, just trying to be a showboat, show off. I'm better than everyone here. Let me show you up at the All-Star game in front of national audience.
Well, let me look up something real quickly. I actually I've changed my mind on something. Hold on. Where is he hitting is the question. I think he should go not hard for the first. For the first two batters, he should go not hard. Or the third batter, who is Juan Soto, he should beam the fuck out of him.
Do the shuffle, motherfucker.
Hey, grab your balls again, buddy. Oh, you're so cool. I hate Juan Soto.
That Greinke interaction where he like did the shuffle and he threw at his chin in the World Series. I love that man. Bring him in. What's the worst that could happen? He's a free agent. Fuck it, dude.
I have this thing where I have like a collection of genuinely weird people in sports, and Zach Greinke is one of those guys where it's like he's just different. Like not in the sense of like he's got a dog in him. He's different. It's like no, he's just different. Something's wrong with him in a good way, but something's wrong with him.
I love it. I love him.
It's like that and Kyrie and this guy named Bobby Firmino from Liverpool. Just odd people. Just something's wrong up there. Nothing works.
Real quick Greinke story. Did you hear he was interacting with one of some of his one of his teammates, and his teammate was like, "Yeah, man, I don't trust that guy. You can't trust a guy that likes cats." And Greinke was like, yeah, that's true. You can't trust a guy that likes cats. And then the teammate turns to him. He's like, yeah, I got a dog, man. Like, what about you? What you got? You got a dog? And he's like, no. Greinke's like, no, I got a cat. And it's just like, okay, you fucking insane person. I love you.
That reminds me of a Norm Macdonald story that Joe Rogan told, where he was on a plane with Norm Macdonald the entire time. And Norm Macdonald's like, yeah, man, I quit smoking. I hate smoking. Just the worst thing for you. And like the entire flight, all he does is talk about how much he hates smoking. He gets the outside. First thing Norm Macdonald does is light up a cigarette.
I love it.
I love it.
Rest in peace. All right. We're at 40.
With
40,
that, we should probably end the podcast. Thank you for all of you for listening. If you made it this far, comment Brian's burps apparently, because I don't forget that. I'm gonna try
Burp
this.
count.
I'm gonna see if I can.
How many did you hear?
0. Actually, I was not paying. I mean, I was in.
No, I'm talking audience.
Oh yeah.
Audience.
Okay. Cool. I was about to say I love the sound of my own voice, except I hate it. I'm gonna try to put in a Yu-Gi-Oh sound for this podcast if I'm good at it, but I don't know. So thank you so much for listening. Follow us wherever we're followable. Brian, do you have anything to plug?
Twitch.tv/OricPolaris.
And you streamed twice last week. Good streams as well. He love when Brian streams.
Thank you. I am leaving for a trip this weekend, so I will not be streaming until probably not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Okay. Well, if you follow him on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else,
at Oric Polaris across the board.
Yeah, on Twitch. Follow me, not really, because I don't post, but follow Moonstamp. I'll write a blog. I have one I'm trying to get out before. We're recording this at 6:00 on Tuesday, before 7:00 on 7:00 on Tuesday. So, well, thank you again for listening for the second week in a row. We really appreciate it. Follow us wherever you follow us. Tell your friends about us, but in a good way, hopefully. Not the commenters in our other posts who talk shit about us.
Hey, we got our first 2 hate comments, man. We're here, baby.
We're gold. Well, don't forget on our website we get a lot of Viagra ads, so basically we've made it.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of Russian bots.
Russian bots, my favorite. We have Chinese Viagra ads and Russian bots. Call us Facebook in 2016. With that said,
what a comment.
With that said, thanks so much for listening. Be well. I'll see you next week.